Hey guys, hope you're going well. Let's wrap up the month of November with some of the other movies and TV that I have been watching this month. I know I did say this last month, but I feel like this month I didn't get to go to the movies all that much. I guess it's just a busy time of year in the lead up to the holidays. Although, having said that, I also feel like distributors just like to sit on really great titles and strategically release them after Christmas, in the Boxing Day, and right early into the new year because they know that's when everyone's on vacation. Let's start with a movie that I was not at all impressed by, unfortunately. That is Spectre. This is the fourth installment to Daniel Craig as the suave and sexy 007. Skyfall, the third movie, was just so awesome and so perfect. It was everything I ever wanted in a James Bond movie, and how were they ever going to follow that up? Spectre had big shoes to fill and it just didn't fill them. To keep this short and sweet, let's stick to the biggest fatal flaw that I had, and that would be Christoph Waltz as Blofeld. It's not that I don't think Christoph Waltz is a fantastic and magnificent actor, it's more that I just didn't like his character at all. I thought it was really poorly and almost childishly written in a way, and you know, every good screenwriter knows that you are only as good as your villain, that a protagonist is only ever as good as your antagonist. I have loved Daniel Craig as Bond, I'm not denying that, but I think his day is done personally, and I am not at all interested in seeing him revive his role again for another movie. I am kind of ready at this stage to move onwards and upwards. The internet has spoken that Idris Elba would kick ass. The second and final movie that I got to see at the cinema this month would be The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, the final installment to the Hunger Games franchise. I feel like I have talked about the Hunger Games before, maybe not. I haven't read these books. I have enjoyed the movies as they've been coming out. The first movie, of course, is always going to be the strongest and the best in my opinion. I did think it was a fitting conclusion to the books, although yes, very long-winded. The most obvious criticism coming out of this is, why did they split one book into two movies? You know why. And from a screenplay point of view, I could absolutely tell the scenes that had been like shoehorned to fit into this movie, and I knew that they were from the book. Like, I'd see a character or I'd see a moment or an obscure reference and I'd think, oh, they've just put that in there because it must be more significant to the book somehow. So in terms of this movie Part 2 being a succinct book to movie adaptation, which it was not at all, I think that maybe it has done fan service to the books. If you've read the book, you might enjoy the movie. If you haven't read the book, I feel like you will miss maybe 30 to 40% of what's going on entirely, like I probably did. I will give credit to one particularly standout scene, and that was when they're in the sewers underneath going towards the capital, the team, and they're being followed by these creatures, and it is so well done in the dark, and I was definitely on the edge of my seat in that moment, and that was cool. Now for some video on demand movies that I didn't actually get to watch in theaters but still really wanted to see. Let's start with Guy Ritchie's The Man from U.N.C.L.E. This is a 60s Cold War spy action thriller, and man, is it fun. Starring the crazy good-looking duo Henry Cavill and Armie Hammer. I felt like this was the lighter, more retro version of what a James Bond movie should be. It was fun, it was cheeky, there was awesome action, and also there were serious stakes. There were moments in the movie where these guys weren't in control, that anything could have happened at any moment, and it really puts you right there with them and what's happening. Whereas with the James Bond Spectre, I just felt like he was so cool and calm and collected, and he always knew what he was going to do next. You want to see your heroes thinking on the spot and having to like work things out and figure out the situation as it's happening. I love this. I had some friends over for a movie night and we all watched this together, and we were laughing, we were on the edge of our seats. It was really fun. Now let's bring the mood down a little bit with the movie I saw called Meadowland. This is a dark and gritty and very emotional drama indie movie starring Olivia Wilde and Luke Wilson, who play grieving parents who have lost their son, and it just all happens in this aftermath of how they deal and cope with the possibility that their son might still be out there if he's been kidnapped. They just have absolutely no idea. Olivia Wilde is absolutely magnificent, as her character is just coming apart at the seams and descending into this no words. It's a very interesting performance piece. It's beautifully shot. The director is a first-time director, Reed Morano, but she has a background in cinematography and has done some really outstanding American indies such as The Skeleton Twins and Kill Your Darlings. It's a very interesting movie, but just super depressing. Let's pick up the mood a little bit with something a little bit more lighthearted, please. I'm getting stressed just thinking about Meadowland and how difficult it was to watch. Let's talk about Hotel Transylvania. This is a couple of years old now. I think it was released in 2012, but I wanted to see it because the new movie Hotel Transylvania 2 is just in cinemas right now. And look, it wasn't just me who wanted to watch this movie. I was with my sister and I said to her, don't you want to watch this movie with the little kids that you babysit? And we looked at each other and we're like, nah, let's just watch it now. So that's how we spent one Saturday night, and it's got such a crazy good cast. Adam Sandler, Selena Gomez, Kevin James, Andy Samberg, Count Dracula, who runs a hotel for monsters and ghouls, no humans allowed. It's a lot of fun, and I even think it was nominated for a Golden Globe a couple of years ago, but it lost out to Pixar's movie Brave, which is also a great movie. So yeah, that's Hotel Transylvania. I don't think I'll be seeing the number 2 at the movies, but as soon as it comes out on DVD, my sister and I will be there. Okay, moving along to television, you know I'm gonna start with The Walking Dead. Last week we had episode 8 and our mid-season finale, so we've got a break now and it's not coming back till mid-February 2016, which is super crazy. They know how to keep us waiting. I have been quite disappointed with this whole first half of this season, and episode 8, the mid-season finale, was completely like, bleh. I think I just got tired of not enough time passing and therefore not enough happening. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like we're still in the same singular day. Time is moving so frustratingly slow and not enough plot is happening. It's just driving me crazy. It feels like most of this season has really just been filler and a write-off. I think when they return in February in the new year and they introduce their big new bad villain Negan, played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I hope things like kick into gear, seriously. Next, I did some hardcore binge watching with Jessica Jones, released on Netflix. This is a continuation into Marvel's cinematic universe and a counterpart to Netflix's Daredevil, which released earlier this year in April. And then of course we've got season 2 of Daredevil, hopefully coming early next year sometime. Kristen Ritter is an amazing Jessica Jones. I think she is just so enthralling to watch, and David Tennant as Kilgrave, or the Purple Man, was this season's villain, and I love David Tennant. You know I've loved him as Doctor Who, and I've loved him even more in the series Broadchurch. I don't like to compare Jessica Jones to Daredevil too much because I do think Daredevil was a slicker production and just executed just a bit more seamlessly than Jessica Jones, but I still enjoyed the series for what it was. If you have seen Jessica Jones, I do have a spoilery discussion chat that I have in the works that'll be coming soon, so when it's online I will make sure to leave links. Let's finish up this wrap up with my much loved Adventure Time. I think it's been several months since I've talked about this, but I have been watching it consistently because for me it's my downtime, it's my easy to watch, sort of switch off my brain. It's cute, it's hilarious, and I just think it's just great. In season 7 they've done something really cool by creating this little 8-part mini series within the season, so it's kind of self-contained and can a continuation through these 8 episodes called Stakes, which is really awesome, I think, because otherwise the episodes are all sort of mini standalone. And it follows Marceline, the vampire queen, and the ghosts from her past, and it focuses on her and the relationship between Marceline and Princess Bubblegum. Could be like my favorite relationship on television right now. It is just the best. That is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you've been watching this month, movies, television. Let me know your suggestions. I always love recommendations. You can subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and keep up to date with my other movie and TV reviews, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.